Okay, let's do a really, really, really easy one. Okay? Simple, not easy. Can I borrow your phone? Can I borrow somebody's phone? Oh, look. What if I were to hold my phone while I'm giving this talk? It's not beeping, it's not buzzing, it's not flashing, and I'm not chunking it. I'm simply holding it. Do you feel like you're the most important thing to me right now? No, you do not. And that's the point. There is a subconscious reaction to the device. It literally makes people feel that they are not important simply by having it out. So what happens is we walk down hallways, phone in hand, because we're addicted, can't possibly leave it behind, right? I mean, if you need to go to the bathroom and you hold it in to find your phone to take with you, you're an addict, my friend. That's screwed up. There is a subconscious reaction to the device. So when we're walking down the hall and our friend says, hey, can I ask you a question? You go, sure, what's on your mind? It actually makes them feel that they don't matter. So go like this. Sure, what's on your mind? And if you don't have a pocket, find a shelf and say, sure, what's on your mind? It's an incredibly powerful thing. There should be 0 phones on the table in a meeting, at lunch, at dinner, if you are meeting with or eating with anyone besides yourself. Because when you put the phone on the table, you basically say to everyone else on the table, you're not the most important thing to me right now, and they can feel it. We've all felt it. We've all felt it when we're walking down the street with a friend and they pull out their phone and we feel stupid, so we pull out our phone. Go watch people. I watch people in restaurants. Thank you. I watch people in restaurants and I see 2 people on the phone the whole time. 20 minutes they'll be on the phone talking to people who aren't there. Or they're on they're on Instagram, checking Instagram when they're at dinner with someone, and then they complain that they're lonely, right? And then they both put their phones away, but it takes time to start the engagement. You know, there's a little bit so they just sit there quietly, both gazing off into space while they eat their, and it's what happens in meetings, right? In meetings, we sit waiting for the meeting to start more like this because Bob's running a couple minutes late. Okay, Bob's here, right? That's not how relationships form. Relationships form, we're sitting waiting, and you're just sitting there, and you turn to somebody and be like, how's that thing going with that client? You'd be like, oh, actually pretty good. Yeah, thanks. Hey, what about your dad? Wasn't he in hospital? Oh my God, yeah, thanks. No, everything's all right. Thanks. That's where relationships form. It's all the little stuff that by themselves mean nothing, but in combination build a relationship. It's kind of like brushing your teeth, right? Intensity versus consistency, right? Like if you go to the gym for 9 hours, you will not get into shape. But if you work out every day for 20 minutes, you will get into shape. The problem is I don't know when. Simon, how long does it take to make a friend? I don't know. How long does it take to fall in love? No clue. I know it takes more than a week, but I know that it takes less than a year to make a friend, you know? But the problem is I don't exactly know when. It's the little stuff that adds up that makes those things happen, like brushing your teeth. If you only go to the dentist twice a year, all your teeth will fall out, right? Because the intensity is not enough. But we like intense things because it's easy to measure. I know exactly the day I'm going to the dentist, I know I'll be there for about an hour, and I know my teeth feel good and look good when I walk out. That's why when we teach leadership, we have a 2-day offsite, we bring in a bunch of speakers, everybody's like, that was amazing, I'm a leader now. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Intensity cannot replace consistency. Brushing your teeth for 2 minutes, once in the morning and once in the evening, by itself does nothing. Absolute. How many times do I have to brush my teeth twice a day to keep my teeth healthy? I don't know. I don't know. But you just gotta do it. And the same thing is about relationships. Every single meeting you sit in, if there's no phones on the table at all, I'm not sure exactly when, but I can promise you the team will start to come together. I can promise you you'll start to trust each other more and like each other more. I promise you. I promise you that if you leave your phone at home when you go out for dinner with your friends, because who are you calling? And if you need an Uber, You only need one person to bring a phone, or leave it in your bag turned off for the entire time until you need the Uber. And if you do have to take a picture of your food, by all means take the picture. You don't have to post it now. You can post it later. And don't play that stupid game where you're like, hey, let's go to a movie. Absolutely, I'll pull out my phone and look at movie times. And you see you have 3 texts and you can't help yourself, but you gotta just check. Are you checking movie times? Yeah. It's playing at 8 o'clock, right? Get rid of all of that. You'll actually find it easier to ignore the temptation if you practice keeping the phone away. It's like an alcoholic. We cannot trust our willpower. We're just not that strong. When an alcoholic gets rid of all the alcohol in their house because we cannot trust our willpower. If you check your phone when you wake up in the morning before you say good morning to the person lying next to you, you are an addict. You're an addict. If you have to sleep with your phone next to your bed, and you check it constantly, and you wake up in the middle of the night because you can't sleep, and the first thing you do is check your phone, it's because you're an addict. Charge your phone in the living room. Oh, but it's my alarm clock. Buy an alarm clock. They're like $8. You will sleep better, you will wake up happier, and you are practicing the consistency of taking care of each other, making them feel heard and special, and making friends. And by the way, you know what happens to you when you do that? People like you more, and you feel better, and you feel more confident, and you're making more friends too. But somebody has to go first. That's the risk. That's called leadership, the person who goes first.